Welcome to 5 Minute Pitch. I'm your host, Liz Saunders. 5 Minute Pitch is the competition that gives entrepreneurs from around the globe the opportunity to virtually pitch their business or product idea for the chance to win a grand prize of $50,000. This season, more than 30 entrepreneurs will pitch their ideas via Zoom conference call to our panel of 5 experts for the chance to advance to the finals and pitch to the judges live in Miami, Florida. Our panel of expert judges includes Greg Mercer, Steve Chu, Mike Jackness, and Scott Voker, all 7- and 8-figure e-commerce sellers who have run and sold multiple successful businesses. Today we are joined by guest judge Michael Stelzner. Mike is the founder and CEO of Social Media Examiner and Social Media Marketing World and is the host of the Social Media Marketing Podcast. Today we have Nick Street with us, a hardworking freelancer in the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, California. Nick is creating an app to help production freelancers in the industry keep track of all their clients, gigs, and income trends in one easy-to-use app. This is 5 Minute Pitch.
Hey Nicholas, welcome to the 5 Minute Pitch. Your 5-minute timer starts now.
My name's Nick Street. I am a freelancer in Los Angeles, California. I work in the entertainment industry. My product is an app called Giggle. Giggle is a income tracker for freelancers.
Nick, like most freelancers, has multiple clients, which requires him to be at different locations at different times on any given day, which can cause confusion in keeping track of all the timesheets, invoices, and payments. Nick wants to help streamline this process for people in the industry.
Me and my brother created Giggle. He's the programmer. I go over all the operations and the actual content of the app itself. And what it allows is for you to enter every job. When you get a job, you enter the information within less than a minute. And then from there, it takes that data and it automatically starts entering it into statistics, output statistics. So there's other apps that do similar things, but they don't really harness the statistics.
A feature of Giggle is to send notifications as reminders to upcoming or overdue payments to the user. Since the freelance production business can often be stressful and hectic, he wants Giggle to help users file invoices and receive payments in a timely and orderly fashion.
The point of the app is to take away that stress by handling the back end of the income. When you should have money coming in, it outputs statistics such as monthly, bi-weekly, how many work orders you have out, as well as your income to date. It also monitors trends.
The dashboard of the app will display work completed, upcoming, and any available action items.
And then what also happens is as you enter that data, it's automatically synced with a spreadsheet that's available from anywhere, either in the app or on the Giggle website. We've been working on it for about 1.5 years. It's me and my brother. So far to date, I've invested $600, so we're a pretty lean team. $600 and a ton of sweat equity because my brother's the programmer. This will allow me to put more time into development for some of the features that we'd like to add for later, as well as a lot of money into marketing and things like that. But also, because I work in production, it'll be a lot easier for me to create videos and content for advertising. So as far as marketing, my focus will be through like some viral campaigns, some videos, and I have some good ideas for that, as well as some social media marketing, some pay-per-click campaigns as well on Google, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And also the app will be operating off of the software as a service model. So it's a free app, but for $199 a month, it comes with additional premium features. And that includes, so with the free service, you get 2 downloads.
So Nick, we're going to cut you off because you've hit your 5 minutes.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, Mike Jackness here with 5-Minute Pitch to talk to you about Zipify Pages, my favorite app in the Shopify App Store. Gone are the days with me having to sketch out a design on a piece of paper, give that to a graphic designer that takes a couple of days and thousands of dollars later, then get that PSD broken up into code with a programmer that goes into Shopify. I can now launch things in a matter of minutes, take what's in my head and put it right on the screen, and it's all thanks to Zipify Pages. So go to the Shopify App Store and check them out today.
Nick's product could be really great for freelancers. Let's see what questions the judges have for him.
Are there any customers yet? I mean, is this a functioning thing or is it still kind of a concept and an idea?
We are still in our development phase.
What are some of those premium features that you're going to be upselling?
Unlimited data downloads of your spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet that syncs automatically will also include your statistics.
As a freelancer, what are the main statistics that you're concerned with that your app provides?
I want to know my monthly income. Bi-weekly is important too. Now, there's other statistics that weigh into the importance as far as to help you with budgeting. And considering your income changes every month, that's why it's also important to show trends and how things have changed from month to month status.
So is this a full accounting package as well then?
There is not expenses built into it yet. It's strictly based off income. It'll also show tax liability because as you receive payments, you classify them, whether it's W-2, 1099, or cash is also on there as well.
As a future idea, Nick has thought about integrating a PayPal, Stripe, or QuickBooks feature that would send invoice information from those applications directly to Giggle to aid in tracking income.
Not all jobs are invoice. Some you fill out paperwork, but it's not like an actual invoice. You just get the check in the mail within 30 days. And some are traditional invoice, some are payroll. So it's just coming from all these different directions, and it allows you to bring it all together into one piece.
The thing that I'm struggling with here, you just brought up QuickBooks. I was already thinking about this earlier. I mean, there's QuickBooks, there's FreshBooks. Like, these things are already well established. I mean, there's freelancers all over the world using these apps. What really differentiates you? And is someone going to need to continue to use QuickBooks and you're like another add-on that they're going to need to use? I mean, I'm having a hard time figuring out like exactly what lane you operate in and why you're like so much better in that lane.
It's tailor created for freelancing. So with a lot of the other ones you'll have when you're inputting the data itself for the jobs, you'll have a lot of other additional fields and things like that. And it's just a lot of stuff to wade through. I just wanted something simpler. So for me, I'm replacing a lot of people who are either using Excel spreadsheets. There's people who use their Notepad app. There's people who use the calendar. And I'm just looking to replace those items into one thing.
Give me an example of one thing that you're having to put into a spreadsheet by using, if you're using QuickBooks or FreshBooks, one of these other apps, like that feature doesn't exist. So now you're having to, like, in addition, use this spreadsheet. Give me an example of what that would be.
I actually do not have an incredible amount of experience with QuickBooks. I will be upfront.
Purchase order number. Purchase order number would be something
there's
order numbers.
You would not need order numbers on most freelance jobs.
The field's there in QuickBooks. You don't need it, but you don't need to like make a spreadsheet because that field exists.
Often freelancers are going from gig to gig for multiple clients and have trouble tracking the details of the work and pay, quantity, role, payment terms, etc. And he wants to help users keep track of this easily and efficiently.
Have you done any surveying to even see if this is something that people would want, other than you, because you have? So I just want to know, like, have you gotten any feedback from people that said, man, I would love that. Like, that would make my life so much easier.
I've gotten tons of feedback. Luckily for me, I work 4 or 5 different jobs every week. And I talk to my coworkers in my department. I talk to other people and see what they struggle and how they track their work.
Is this going to help make sure they get paid what they're truly owed? Is it part of it as an accountability thing?
Yes.
The judges suggested that while his app is free with paid premium features, that he consider a completely free ad-based model instead, where large companies could advertise their products on his page, which would allow him to get Giggle out there very quickly.
So your main value prop is that it's a very simple app tailored to your industry if you don't really want to figure out how to use like a more complicated tool that's overkill.
Yeah, and the thing is too, with like the more complicated tools, it's hard to stay on top of it with something like that when you're working like 60, 70 hours a week. So when you're working that much time, you're barely doing laundry, let alone using like high-level accounting software.
I love the idea of giving the core service away for free and having upsells. This is exactly how Trello, for example, their business model is blown up. I could see partnerships, and this could be really, really big if there's a big enough industry for something like this. How many people in Hollywood are like you?
It's at least 10,000, 20,000 people. I can't give you an exact number.
All right.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
After the pitch, I caught up with Nick to see how he feels about his time with the judges.
I was fairly nervous, and I think that definitely came through. Overall, I think it went okay. I didn't think to research beforehand how many people actually work in the production industry in Los Angeles. Apparently, the number is 119,000, and that's just one city. I think I could learn a lot from this experience. Really looking forward to it. See what happens.
The judges like Nick and his business. Let's see if they move him on to the deliberation round.
Man, I just don't know. I don't see the big picture, and I've seen so many apps that they're a great idea and all this energy goes into it, and then it's like you're hoping that something catches. So I mean, I'm having a really tough time. I want you guys to convince me if you guys feel differently.
I'm gonna have a hard time being the one to convince you on
Okay.
this one.
All right.
This one was alarm bells for me. So first of all, I get the problem. I've been a freelancer myself, but it's been such a long time ago, back when floppy disk existed. So it's the software game.
You're really dating yourself now.
Yeah, I know. The software game's completely changed. I mean, obviously, there's probably a growing percentage of the population that's freelancers. So I see this to be a growing industry. But when I ask the question, give me one specific of something that FreshBooks or QuickBooks doesn't do right now that this is going to do, there wasn't a clear answer for me. So that's an alarm bell. And then the price point doesn't justify those costs. It's $1.99. Apple's going to take their 30 or 40%, whatever it is. So you're looking at $1.40 per subscriber. That's for the ones that do premium. He was saying there's a 20,000 person opportunity if you can get everyone signed up. That's this, his target market. So it's $30-something thousand a month total. If everything goes perfect, it's obviously a lot of money, but not enough to combat the cost and the other stuff. So for me, again, it's just I'm having a hard time kind of getting this to be convinced that this would work.
Scotty V, I might be the one to be able to convince you.
Okay.
There we go.
I've learned a lot about software over my years of software experience.
Yeah.
I love simple software models. Simple software is amazing. This is the same thing. If you would have talked to the guys who were going to create Trello, they would have said, "Oh, Jiro's out there. It has all the bells and whistles. It can do all this stuff well." They just built a simpler Jira, and it's called Trello. The guys at lessaccounting.com, they built a simpler QuickBooks. They're easier to build. They're cheaper to build. They're quicker to market. And that is your marketing play, that it's simpler. It does less. It has less bells and whistles. It's easy to navigate. There's only 3 buttons. You can find your way around easily. They have some struggles ahead, but I love simple software, so I'm happy with it.
I actually agree with Greg. I used to design hardware and software, and we actually stripped out a bunch of features and ended up selling better because people didn't want to understand what all the little bells and whistles. I didn't like that this market size is 20K people initially, assuming he niches down.
It's got to be bigger than that, right?
20K, yeah, it's got to be bigger than that.
He undershot that,
but he's going to
honestly.
niche down, right? Initially to the entertainment industry, and that's what he kind of estimated at $1.99 a month or whatever.
He is a guy that's solving a problem that is a real problem that exists in his industry. And while he didn't have the perfect pitch, he has the perfect problem that there is no good solution for. And I think that the challenge that he's going to face is figuring out the business model. And I could see this potentially being an acquisition target. I think he could build something that Intuit could purchase, you know what I mean, if they want to go after some of these marketplaces.
My only struggle is still though, how are you going to get to these people? How are you going to get these people's attention? Are they going to search for it on iTunes, or is it going to be a play of people telling people about it?
Word of mouth.
I don't know. But because I know you have a little bit of things to do in the software space, I'm going to go with a yes.
Whoa!
Wow.
Man.
Well, unlike Scott, I'm a strong man. I'm not a pushover. So my original
That is debatable, but
I'm a no.
Even though Nick has strong marketing headwinds ahead of him, I'm a yes.
The only doubt in my mind right now is whether he can pull it off. He's in the entertainment industry, and he's trying to launch a software product. Right.
And they've been working on it for a long time.
And for me, it's a no.
Ooh, Michael, you're down to you again. This happened twice now.
Nick, you're going to thank me. It's a yes.
Ooh,
All right.
next round.
Get your business model figured out, though.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nick. You're moving on to the deliberation round. Next time on 5 Minute Pitch.
My name is Lisa, and I'm the owner of Okra Garden Supply. Today, I'd like to share with you my product that I've invented. It's called the Grow Cube.
Are there a lot of people searching for grow cubes on Amazon?
To be honest, I have not done as much of the keyword research as I know a lot of you recommend for the product.
I think she's off to a good idea here. I think there's just a few small tweaks that need to be made to this product and business plan to make it work. I'm rooting for her.